I'm Stacia and I'm a licensed therapist, and today we're here to talk life. Life is not easy. Life is going to throw you all kinds of curveballs. We have all been through stress, we deal with trauma, we deal with situations that come into our life that are unexpected and that we have to manage and deal with. And I want to relate this topic to so many aspects of people's lives. And I just got done having a conversation with a client, and we were talking about even the latest fads when it comes to weight loss and where that desire comes from to take the latest Ozempic shots and to look for other ways in order to lose weight. And the main topics that came up were wanting to make things easier. We want the easy way, and then also looking for some ways to suppress appetite. I want to be able to talk to you in a very real way today from how to get weight loss results and how this also comes much more down to working from the inside out. When you take a step back and let's go back to the way that you were raised, the environment that you were in, maybe how your mom spoke to you, how your dad talked to you. What were some of the messages that you were told in regards to health? And then also look at, are the people, is your environment, the situations that were sending you these messages on what a healthy lifestyle looks like? Did you really admire those people for leading a healthy lifestyle? Is that somebody, are those people that you looked up to show you what a healthy lifestyle looks like? And I'm talking about from the way that they ate, from the way that they exercised, from the way that they managed their emotions, or maybe they didn't do any of these things. They ate poorly, they never moved, they were looking for all the fad diets, and they also did not manage their emotional state whatsoever, and they lashed out at you and they brought their stress home from work. All of these things influence and have impacted your beliefs and your ideas around what weight loss looks like, what healthy lifestyle looks like, what emotional management looks like, and ultimately how you perform inside and outside of your home. This is big picture right here. When we're looking for easy, everybody's idea of easy looks different. We all have these life situations that have molded us into what we feel like is easy. And a lot of times, what it takes in order for us, you, to move past and actually make a decision to change your life and to actually change the way you think and the way that you're behaving and the way that you are living is that you have to be in enough pain, and the alternative has to be scary enough that you are willing to become vulnerable, to be honest, and do the work that is necessary in order to create that change in your life. And immediately when you hear the word work, this is what everyone is trying to avoid. Even if you are a high achieving individual, you are looking constantly for ways to make your life easier. I know that I am, even as a business owner, as trying to grow a business. I'm constantly looking for, how can I make my life easier? How can I streamline more things? I want to be able to tell you, even from a weight loss perspective, of there's plenty of ways to make life easier, especially in today's world. That doesn't have to always mean going to a fad diet or looking for a quick fix, because ultimately you have to address the underlying issues in order to get past the situations in life and the belief and the way that you behave, because a shot is not going to fix that in the long term. So I'm playing like devil's advocate here when it comes to talking about this situation. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, so stay with me. When you are looking for easy, again, everybody's idea of easy looks different. If you want to make life easier, you can always outsource plenty of things as far as even with your eating goes. You can hire somebody, you can pay for pre-done meals. You can go to the grocery store now, pretty much any grocery store, and buy pre-done meals that are going to be healthier. That easy is easier than saying, I don't feel like cooking tonight, so I'm going to have some cereal instead. The cereal is not doing you any good. If you want to have cereal because you enjoy cereal and you like it, fine. But if you're trying to lose weight and you want something that's going to be easy, there's plenty of ways that you can get easy without saying, I don't feel like cooking. I don't know how to cook, so I'm just going to eat cereal. It's the same way when you go out and eat. You can be extremely successful losing weight and still going out to eat. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You can keep it very basic. You're going to want to make sure that you go in. I'll link it in the description. Check out my video on how to eat it with a lazy girl status in order to actually like lose weight and be healthier and overall have more energy and improve your mood. So this is lazy girl status on how to do this. You're going to want to check out that video. You can also go in the description and start your healthy living course. This is a course that I developed for busy women on how to make health simple through daily habits. And this will completely transform your life. This is a done for you course. And then you can do it at your own pace, watch it at your own pace, go back, you have lifetime access. So make sure that you go in and check that out. Getting back to easy. There's plenty of things that you can do to make things easy on yourself. When it comes to suppressing your appetite, even from a weight loss perspective, if you're eating the right foods, if you are eating whole foods, you are literally only going to be able to eat so much of it. And your body's going to say, whoa, no more, I am full. It's the foods that aren't any good for you that we can eat at a crazy amount, like a bag of chips. I know that I can like sit there and just keep going through a bag of chips. And next thing you know, I'm like, how did I eat this whole bag of chips? Because that bag of chips has no real food ingredients to it and is not telling our body and sending the signals to our body to tell us that we are full. So if you're eating real food, you are naturally going to be suppressing your appetite. So when we're looking for a weight loss pill to be able to do that for you, you can solve that yourself just simply by the foods that you choose. Now, here's the bigger issue. The weight loss pill is not going to remove, or the shot is not going to remove any of those triggers from your environment that are causing you to overeat and gain weight and to make things not easy. Even though you take a shot, you are hoping that is going to suppress your appetite where you're not going to be triggered and you're not going to want to eat the cookies and you're not going to want to eat all the things that are being brought into the break room or laying around your house that's not any good for you. That's ultimately what you're seeking and what you're looking for by doing some type of weight loss quick fix. Like that's all there is to it. So what really needs to be dealt with is the triggers. How do you manage your own actions, your own thoughts associated with triggers from the outside environment that are leading you to make the poor choices, or the triggers that are actually going on in your environment that are then causing you to be unhappy with your body and where you're at? And then that leads to this spiral of guilt and shame and looking at ourselves in a negative way because we cannot control our own actions and our own behaviors and our own thought processes. That's where we can begin to beat ourselves up. So those are the real core issues that actually need to be dealt with. Now, I really love this client. She brought something up that her sister is actually going through a lot of very painful situations when it comes to her health that she needs to lose weight in order to actually deal with. She's like, okay, she's in all this pain. She's dealing with all this. Why is she not making the decisions and doing the things that she needs to do in order to lose the weight if it is causing her so much pain? That's because the work, the things that she has to do in order to lose the weight seems so completely overwhelming that the thought of that in itself is painful enough to keep her stuck in this pain state. It seems crazy. She was like, this seems crazy. I'm like, yes, but it is what so many women go through. You may be going through it right now, is that the thought of where you want to get to feels completely overwhelming that you don't even know where to begin. Start with small, simple steps. I cannot encourage you enough to eliminate this crazy standard that you have on what all you needs to change in your life in order to be healthier, because it can feel completely overwhelming. You need to change the way you eat. You need to exercise. You need to have support from your family. You need to have more money. Like when you start adding up all of these things, it can feel completely overwhelming. Where am I going to find the time? Where am I going to have the resources? How am I going to get to the gym? How am I going to know what to do? Stop and take a deep breath. And instead of looking at everything being so big and so overwhelming, they'd be like, okay, what can I do right now today that is actually going to help me move in the direction that I need to go? And that may be the next meal that you eat. It may be me getting up right now and going for a little walk. That's 5 minutes. All of that counts. All those good decisions will begin to compound upon each other and will ultimately get you to where you want to go if you consistently do them. Celebrate along the way every single little decision that you make that is getting you ultimately to where you want to go. Because not acknowledging these small little wins and the progress that you're making along the way is what's going to keep you stuck. I can share with you, like, just this morning, being in that state, like it's like epiphany as I'm sitting here talking with you right now, that along my own business journey is like, oh my gosh, I feel like I cannot even think straight. Everything feels so overwhelming. There feels like there needs to be so many things to do. That's why what I'm talking about right now applies to so much more than just weight loss and your health. It applies to business. It applies to your relationship. It literally applies to every aspect of your life, because every single area that you want to perform in, and that's what high achieving women do. They perform. They perform at work. They perform in their relationships. They perform in their home. And it all is built upon little small decisions that you make that are moving you in the direction that you want to go. So I was having this moment where I was sitting here thinking, it's like everything feels like it needs to be done. It needs to be done right now. There's just so much to do. And I literally feel like I could just completely
like crumble and sink into bed and be like, okay, I can't do anything. I'm so stuck right now.
I'm making this video for you right now because it is a message that so many women need to hear. It's almost like I'm talking to myself right now, of like, this video is a step in the right direction towards getting my message out there, being able to share how I can help you achieve your goals. And it all comes from working from the inside out. If you're not aware of the emotions that you're going through, these beliefs that you have, and very clear on what you're searching for, all the outside, all the external validation, the results from money to losing weight to looking good in a bikini, the number on the scale, having that very loving relationship and that finding that true love and that connection, none of those very tangible things are going to happen until you begin to heal and you begin to work on the inside in order to figure out, okay, what am I looking for? What is holding me back? What are the small steps that I can take on a daily basis in order to move me forward in this moment right here, right now? So if you are stuck, I want to again encourage you to go in, start the Healthy Living course. Literally, I developed this as a baby step method on how, with not a lot of time, not a lot of resources, you can begin the process towards completely transforming your health, becoming wealthy in your relationships and in your business and in so many aspects of your life by simply having this compound effect of daily habits. It outlines what are the 6 core daily habit areas, the blueprint that you need to implement. And there are 2 modules in this course that are going to completely go over how to transform your mindset. We're going to start with mindset and we're going to end with mindset, because that is the core. Until we change the inside, we cannot change the outside and expect to get results. So make things easier on yourself. Take action, because that's exactly what needs to happen, and begin to look at what are the small things that you can begin doing to completely transform your life, because I know you have everything in you in order to be successful. My name is Seisha. I'm a licensed counselor and a life coach. I help women perform inside and outside of their home through an inside out approach to being able to deal with health and business and wealth and your relationships. thank you so much for following me on this crazy journey today, and drop in the comments some areas that you're struggling with and ways that I can help you in order to get the results that you ultimately want.